Go with red.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. October Red. I'm joined by the one and only Kevin Lerena. An absolute pleasure to have you on the channel.
Thank you.
Warm welcome to you.
Thank you. It's great to be here. It's lovely to be in London and obviously fighting in London for the second time and to be on October Red too.
Listen, a fighter that we've got to be very careful of. We know that you're a dangerous fighter. You're going in against somebody that's competed at Bridgerweight, Lawrence Okolie. Talk to us about that fight.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'm very excited. We know Lawrence is a tough competitor, great pedigree, being a cruiserweight world champion, then Bridgerweight world champion, vacated. I became full champion and defended. And now we're both on the same road and the same journey, right? So I've got an immense amount of respect for Lawrence Okolie as a person, for what he's achieved, where he's come from. But having said that, on Saturday night, all the respect will be going out the window because I'm there to win. And I'm no stepping stone for nobody.
You fought the likes of Daniel Dubois. I want to go back to that fight. We need to cover the history of Kevin Lerena. I think it was 3 times you put Daniel down.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not the fighter you are. Can you tell me why you didn't go in for the kill? Was there an opportunity that you didn't take, Kevin, in hindsight?
Your hindsight obviously is 2020. We always look back and think we should have done or ended things differently. But when the knockdown happened and the flash knockdown, when I hit him to the head and he went down, then he took a knee the second time, took a knee the third time, and he was taking those knees when I wasn't landing clean blows. So it was almost like he was hurt by the shot to the temple, then he hurt his knee or ankle, whatever it was, but he was taking a knee. So it was all like, in those moments where there was 3 knockdowns, as per se, it killed the round, should I say. I didn't have the true time to finish the
almost
job that
like
I started.
Frustrated.
Yes. Then when I went back to the corner, and then we went out for the second, it was a pretty even round, and then for the third, and then Dan caught me. That was the lost opportunity in round 1. But you know what? Hindsight's 2020. We could look back and say, should have, could have, but didn't. But I don't live life like that. I'm living in the moment, and that loss was one of my greatest victories because I announced myself on the international boxing scene, right? And here we are today.
It's never a loss. It's a lesson, isn't it?
Correct.
We're going to go into Justice Honey.
Yeah.
Now, that was a horrific time for you. I remember, I think you tweeted something, obviously you lost your mother.
Correct.
A key part, I understand, I've lost my mum too, so I can't imagine what was going through your mind as you were stepping into the ring with Justice. That fight, Kevin, it could have gone 1 or 2 ways.
Correct.
And you really turned up the heat. But it's got to be your words, Kevin. Talk to me about that experience, if you're okay to talk to me about that.
You know what it was? I think, when we, as fighters, we see ourselves as warriors. We fly the flag for our country. We do it for our wife and our children and our families and the ones closest to us. So for me, I left South Africa knowing my mom was ill. She was in ICU for 8 weeks. So the entire training camp I spent going to visit my mother or training, then in the afternoon going to the ICU to visit my mom, and then headed off to Saudi because when I left, she was conscious, talking and sick, but fine. Unfortunately, she died the day before the fight. And yes, I said to myself, I'm obviously distraught, but I'm a warrior. I'm going to step into that ring and do her proud. But at the end of the day, I realized when I was in there and afterwards, I was only human. I was under so much emotional fatigue and emotional drainage throughout the camp, let alone the time she passed away. But I tried my best to be a warrior and to be gallant and stand up and do it. But, maybe if the things were different, Justice Honey is a good boxer. We saw how he was doing against Fabio Wardley until he got caught. So hindsight, like as you said, is 2020. But I think that was a great time for me to feel what it's like to be in there with a good boxer. But I still look back on that specific fight and I say, should I have fought? Maybe I shouldn't have. But I had so much on the line. I wasn't sure when I was going to fight again. Lost opportunity, Riyadh season card, you know what I mean? And so it was a brave effort for me, but I do believe on any other night I would have beaten Justice.
When you think about...
And that's taking no credit away from Justice because I think he's a terrific fighter. I must be honest with you. One of the best heavyweights I've been in there with in terms of ring IQ and skill set.
But we saw what you did, like you said, with Fabio Wardley. He was practically winning all the way through until the 11th hour. But looking back at that, you said you're a warrior. You're there to take risks. You believe, and I can't speak for your mom, but I'm sure she would have wanted you to carry on.
Most definitely. My mom was a very brave, strong woman. She brought me up as a single mom. So that's why I said, there was a lot riding on that fight. And here we are again, we got an opportunity. I had a title, world title defense before this fight, and I won in great KO fashion, as Lawrence did in his last fight. But here we are now.
Here we are.
Main event at Wembley, and I know the mammoth task ahead of me. I'm no fool. And I will rise to the occasion, and when it's time to turn up, the UK fans know I give my very best. So you can expect an all-out war. If Lawrence wants to slug, we can slug. If he wants to box, we can box. Whatever he wants to do, let's have a go.
It's an amazing fight.
Let's have a go.
How do you win that fight?
By KO, devastating fashion.
His strengths. I'm not going to cover weaknesses because you've got to fight and basically turn his strengths into his weaknesses.
Yes.
How do you do that, Kevin?
You know what? Lawrence is a very big man.
Yes.
He's tall.
He's imposing.
He's imposing. He's strong. He's got a long jab.
Yes.
He's going to try to keep me at the end of his long right hand and the end of his jab. But at the end of the day, when I get in, that's when I'm at my most dangerous. And it's my duty to get in. And then let's see how he handles that. Like I said, if he wants to stand center ring and fight me, we can fight. I'm a fighting man. I fought for 10 rounds in Saudi Arabia. I didn't take a step back against the boxer. A skillful boxer. I made him fight my fight. He started fighting me, and that's why he got caught. So if he wants to fight, we can fight. If he wants to box, we can box. And like I said, I have all the respect in the world for Lawrence. I think he's a very good fighter, a terrific fighter, but I believe in myself too.
What does the win mean to you? It sounds cliche, but we talk about purpose. You've got your wife and your child here. You're a family man. We can see that.
One of four.
One of four.
Yeah, the oldest, he came with us. You know what it means to me? Opportunity for myself to announce myself once again on the heavyweight scene. Opportunity for fights that may lay ahead, but also just doing myself proud because I've had no amateur fights. For me, I've only had 35 professional fights. So this is all crazy. Where I come from, no one thought I'd be co-main event at Wembley Stadium, right? If I had to say to you when I was 18 years old as a boy, you're gonna co-main at Wembley, I'd say you're crazy. Here we are. It's never impossible. So this is for all the children, people out there who get told you can't do it, because I was one of those people, and you just need to prove people wrong, and that's what I'm here to do.
Proving people wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Lerena that goes up against Lawrence Okolie on Saturday night here in Wembley. Thank you so much for your time. All the best. And as we say in boxing, may the best man win.
100%. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.